Potato nachos. That sounds amazing, right? Well, we were inspired to create this recipe when we saw Brian Turner in one of his videos go to a restaurant and order French fries with refried beans on it. And that just seemed like it was A, really cool, and B, something we could make at home easily, and C, something we could do whole food plant-based. So let's check it out. So for this recipe, obviously we will need potatoes. We got some nice gold/yellow potatoes here. We also made some Queso Dip earlier, which we have a recipe coming up for that. And we made some Pico de Gallo. Now, of course, you could just buy store-bought. Good Foods makes a really nice cauliflower-based Queso Dip. You could just buy that store-bought if you want, just like we did with our refried black beans over there. Or you can make it at home, it's up to you. We also have some peppers. These are just some red and orange peppers. We have about a quarter of a head of a purple cabbage. We have 2 avocados. We've got some green onions to go on the top later on. And we have some corn. Obviously we've got fresh corn here, but canned corn will work just fine. Whatever you got. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do is start the oven. I'm gonna set this to 425 and just gonna let that preheat. We're gonna make this corn. This is really an easy technique for doing this. All you have to do is throw this in the microwave for 3 minutes, completely like this, and it's gonna come out really nicely and it's gonna shuck easily. You're not gonna have any of those strings. It's really the best way of doing it. I saw an old man on YouTube do it one time, and I've been doing like that ever since. So I've got 6 potatoes here. I find that about 2 potatoes per person is a good rule of thumb. You're gonna wanna have a big bowl of water here, because while you're cutting the rest of the potatoes, these will turn brown, they'll oxidize like an apple. So it's good to just keep those in a bowl of water while you're doing the rest of your chopping. All right, so I'm done cutting my potatoes and I've been just leaving them in the water here, so I'm gonna go ahead and give those a rinse. You still want these a little bit wet, especially if you're gonna be seasoning them, which I intend to do. Now, you can just put these straight in the oven like this, but I prefer to season them a little bit. So the one I'm using is a Penzey seasoning. It's called Ozark seasoning. Just with a bunch of good spices. If you don't have any of this fancy stuff, then just use garlic and onion and salt and pepper. Let me show you how we get this coated. Just give it a little toss up on the edge there. All right, these are ready to go in the oven. Okay, so I recommend using parchment paper for this. We do have silicone baking sheets and we've tried them with the potatoes like this, and they're just really hard, they stick. So we're just gonna spread these out and try to make sure you give them enough room. This is why I have 2 big baking sheets here. You wanna make sure that they have a little bit of breathing room, because if you don't, they will start to steam each other, and that's gonna give it a cook that you really don't want. As you can see, this is quite a bit of potatoes. It's almost as if we like potatoes in this house. Once again, this is oil-free, it's whole food plant-based. It's pretty healthy for being where they're gonna be, which is basically fries. All right, we're popping these in the oven. You're gonna expect this to be about anywhere from 25 minutes to 35 minutes, depending on how close together your potatoes are and how big your chunks are. So I'm gonna start this at 25 minutes and I'm gonna come check it out. It'll probably be another 5 or 10 after that. So our corn is out of the microwave and I want to show you how easy this is going to be. Don't spend any time shucking corn, just do it like this from now on. So you're going to want to try to cut around the base of the corn. You don't want to go too far down because you'll get some nasty stuff. Okay, that's perfect. And then all you're going to do is you're going to grab this tightly and you're kind of going to just shake it a little bit. It's kind of like when you did the pencil illusion when you were a kid and you try to make your pencil look bendy. This is of course not working properly.
And I want to show you how easy this is gonna be.
This is the first time I've had it fail on me in a long time, and of course this is gonna be a problem. Jesus H. Anyway, it wasn't as hard as it could have been. So this usually works, but today I think white corn is a little harder to do this with, so maybe if you have yellow corn, it's gonna be okay. But as you saw, it's still not too bad. It's 1 yellow corn. So I've got a big bowl here and I got a little glass bowl on the top for my corn to rest on, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this off so that it's in nice edible chunks. Sorry to whoever gets that piece of silk.
They'll be alright.
Yep, they'll be all right. So we've cut up our green onions. I'm using the white parts of them just to water fry with the corn. Just kind of give it a nice little extra added boost. You don't have to do this, but it's pretty good if you do. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add our corn in here. Same thing applies, we're just gonna keep water frying it. So if you want that nice caramelized look, I would go ahead and add some salt. That helps get it there quicker. And we can go ahead and add some pepper here as well. Just get that started. Okay, so we're just gonna mash up these avocados real quick. And pro tip, before you cut into your avocado, make sure that you rinse it, because anything that you cut into it will go inside the actual meat of the avocado and it'll not be good. So especially in the times of Corona, you want to make sure that you're being careful. And it's time to play Do We Have a Good Avocado or Not? It's my favorite game. Let's find out. Ah, perfect. Look at that. Oh, it's a good day. So here's how you easily get these guys out. Just, well, you know, don't mess up like I did, but get it right in the middle, twist, and you can pull it right out. We're not going to put any onions in because we already have that in our pico, which we're going to be using. So this is just going to be basically avocado, lime, and salt. So these are looking pretty good. You can just use canned corn if you want. It's, you know, it's all up to you and what's in season in your area. We just happen to have fresh corn on hand, so we were going to use it. So let's see how these potatoes are doing. They've been sitting here for a little longer. Oh, that is perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. Nice little dark brown edges. And we're going to go ahead and just loosen them a little bit from their confines. Whoops. Everything is looking good. Just building our plate now. Starting with a layer of potatoes. We just heated up these refried beans in the microwave for about 3 minutes for this can. Dop that on there. I say dop, it's more like a florp. So next up, we're gonna do some peppers. Do some corn. Do some cabbage. I'll top this with some of our Pico de Gallo from earlier. Got our nice cheese sauce. A few green onions here. We're gonna add some Valentina to this. Ooh, I overshot. And finally, some of our avocado mash. Okay, so the moment I've been waiting for, I'm gonna dip into this. This is just, it's such a, like everything that you want from nachos, except for the actual tortilla part, and you replace them with French fries, and it's good for you somehow. This is just an amazing meal, so I highly recommend you try this, and I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll try to get a good bite here. Whew. Yeah, this is gonna be comical if I don't get this bite in correctly. That is fantastic. This is like restaurant quality. So yeah, this is super hearty. It's got that cheesiness from the queso. It's got the nice potato-iness in there. It's got some green onions and cabbage, all the good stuff. Got the pico in there. It brings a nice tomato element. Obviously, we added some hot sauce, which is really good, and I recommend it if you like hot sauce. And overall, man, this is just a really amazing meal. It does take a little bit of time, but it is well worth it. So, I hope you enjoyed the recipe, and if you do try this out, as always, let me know in the comments. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna finish this, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a like and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more of this kind of stuff. And until next time, stay vegan.